And so I will ask the actors to return to the stage.
Young man, I'd like to get to know you better.
They say that you are a thoughtful man.
I am. I like it better than laughing.
People who are too serious or too silly are impossible. They make themselves a target for ridicule.
I think it's good to be secret and quiet.
In that case, you might as well be a fence post.
I am not an academic sort of thoughtfulness, which is about impressing others. Nor am I like a musician's thoughtfulness that comes from passion for the music. My thoughtfulness is not like a woman's that is nothing but affection, nor like a lover's that is a combination of all these qualities. My thoughtfulness is my own. I'm serious because I've traveled so much, and when I think about all the things I've seen, I go into deep thought and contemplation.
You are a world traveler. Well, you have good reason to be sad. You sold your own lands to see someone else's lands. To have seen so much but own nothing is to have rich eyes but poor hands.
That's not true. I've gained a lot from my experiences.
And your experiences have made you sad. I would rather have a jester to make me happy than experiences to make me sad.
Hello and good day to you, Rosalind.
For now, I'll just say goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Traveler.
What is going on with you, Orlando? Do you really call yourself a lover? If you ever insult me again by going away so long like that, you can not bother returning.
Beautiful Rosalind, I'm only an hour late.
You would leave your beloved a whole hour? A man who would dare to be late even by a thousandth of a minute. Well, it is possible he likes her, but I don't believe he could really love her.
Please forgive me, my darling Rosalind.
No, if you're ever going to be late like that again, I will refuse to see you. Remember, I am your Rosalind.
He likes calling you Rosalind, but he's got another Rosalind with a prettier face.
Come on then, romance me. Romance me. I am in a good mood and likely to give you what you want. What would you say to me if I really were your Rosalind?
Well, I would kiss you before I spoke to you.
No, it would be better to speak first and then kiss only after you run out of things to say. When lovers finish talking, and Lord help us if they ever do, it is then that they kiss.
What if she won't kiss me?
Well, then she's making you beg, and that gives you a whole new group of things for you to talk about.
Well, he'd run out of things to say if he were with a woman he loved.
You would run out of things to say if I were your mistress, if my purity is worth as much as your wit.
Would I have to stop romancing Rosalind?
No, no. But, yes, I wouldn't think much of you if you did. Aren't I your Rosalind?
I like to pretend you are. It's almost like talking to her.
Well, on behalf of Rosalind, I'll say, I don't want you.
Well, then on behalf of myself, I'll say, I want to die.
No, you will not die yourself, but only by proxy. The world is thousands of years old, and in all that time, not one man has ever died of love. Men have died from time to time, but never from love.
I hope my Rosalind doesn't feel that way. Her frowning at me alone would kill me.
No, her frown wouldn't hurt anyone. Come on, and I will play your Rosalind, but in a more friendly state of mind. Whatever you ask, I will give.
Then love me, Rosalind.
On Fridays and Saturdays and all the rest too.
Will you have me?
Yes, I will, and 20 others just like you.
What?
Well, aren't you a good man?
I surely hope so.
Can a person ever have too much of a good thing? Come, sister, you can pretend to be the priest and marry us. Give me your hand, Orlando. What do you say, sister?
Yes, please marry us.
Say those words.
You just have to say, do you, Orlando?
Do you, Orlando, take this Rosalind to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
When?
Right now, as fast as she can say the words.
You have to say, I take you, Rosalind, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
I take you, Rosalind, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
And I should ask you what right you have to take me, but I'll take you, Orlando, to be my husband. Oh, I have sped ahead of the priest and answered him before he even asked. Oh, woman's thoughts always run ahead of her actions.
Most do all thoughts. They seem to have wings and fly.
Orlando?
How long do you plan to keep Rosalind?
Forever.
You might as well forget that, Orlando. Men are like the month of April when romancing a girl. They are young and passionate, but men are like December once they are married and their passion has cooled. Now, women are sweet and well-tempered when they are single, but once they are married, women's personalities change. They are more jealous, more noisy, more fond of new things, and more incessant about getting what they want. They will cry at nothing, especially when their husbands are in a good mood.
Will my Rosalind do that?
She will act just like me.
But she is so wise.
The wiser the woman, the wilder she is. If blocked, she will find a way to exercise her own wits relentlessly.
But that might make a man question his wife's wits.
Nah, save your question until you find her in your neighbor's bed.
What could excuse that event?
She'll say that she was at the neighbor's looking for you. She will always have a reasonable answer. A woman who cannot make her own mistakes look like they were her husband's is not really a woman at all.
Rosalind, I have to be gone for 2 hours.
Darling, I cannot live without you for 2 whole hours.
I must meet old Duke Senior for a meal. I will be back in 2 hours.
I knew that you would turn out like this. My friends warned me about you. You and your smooth words. Oh, I am just an innocent girl you have cast aside. Death, take me now.
You will absolutely be back in 2 hours?
Yes, Rosalind.
Honestly, truly, by all those oaths people give and actually have no real power. If you come even a minute after 2 hours, I will know that you are the most pathetic promise breaker and an unworthy partner that could be found anywhere. So keep your promise.
I will keep my promise, just as if you were my Rosalind. Goodbye.
You have abused all women with this love talk of yours. We should rip off your men's clothing and show everyone the woman who has represented all women so badly.
Oh, Celia, I wish I could tell you how deeply in love I am with Orlando. My love is bottomless.
Oh, it is bottomless indeed. Pour affection in one end, and it runs out the other end.
Let Cupid judge how deep my love runs. I am telling you, I cannot stand being apart from Orlando. I'm going to go find a shady spot to relax until he returns.
Ugh, and I am going to sleep so I can forget about all this misadventure.
Things appear to be getting complicated. Will Rosalind and Orlando ever truly meet? What's to happen next?
What do you say now? Isn't it longer than 2 hours? I do not see Orlando anywhere.
Oh, I think he's taken his bow and arrow, along with his pure love and worried brain, and gone to take a nap somewhere underneath the tree. Oh, who is that coming?
Young man, Phoebe sent me to find you. She gave me this letter for you. I have no idea what she wrote. Judging by the mood she was in, I wouldn't expect anything sweet. And just so we're clear, I'm only the messenger.
This letter tries my patience. She says that I am not handsome and have poor manners. She adds that I am arrogant, and she couldn't love a man like me even if I was the last man around. Honestly, I am not looking for her love. Why would she write this to me? Ah, wait. Tell me the truth. Did you write this letter?
Seriously, I didn't write it. I didn't even read it. That's all Phoebe.
Come on now. You are a fool driven by blinding love. She didn't write this letter. These are men's words in a man's handwriting.
I swear, I did not write it. Not a word of it. She did.
Well, I think it is written in a very rude style. Whoever wrote it is someone looking for a fight. No woman's gentle brain could have devised these thoughts. Do you want me to read what she says?
Go ahead. I haven't read it yet, but I know Phoebe well enough to know that she can be pretty cruel.
Listen to what she says. Are you a god disguised as a man, that you would know so well how to burn my heart? Honestly, would a woman rant like that?
You call that ranting?
Why have you, as a god, set aside your divine nature to trifle with a woman's affections? Did you ever hear such ranting? When other men have romanced me, they did not hurt me. In other words, she thinks that I am an animal rather than a man. If the scorn you showed in your bright eyes can make me fall deeply in love, imagine the power those eyes would have if they looked at me more kindly. You sneered at me, yet I love you. Consider the effect of kindness. The man who brings you this letter does not know how I feel about you. Oops. Please send your answer by him. Tell me by letter if you will accept my faithful offer, or tell me by letter if you will deny my love. If it is the latter, I will figure out how to die.
Would you call that sneering?
Oh, you poor man.
Why would you pity him? He doesn't deserve pity. Why would you love Phoebe? She can play you like a fiddle. It is unbearable. You go back and give her this message. If she loves me, I command her to love you. And if she won't love you, tell her I will never take her unless you beg me to. Now, if you truly love this woman, you go. Take that message.
Complications of affection, complications of love.
Complications of life.
Good morning, young sir and madam. Where in this forest is a poor shepherd's cottage surrounded by olive trees?
Just further west of here in the next valley. However, right now the cottage is no one's there.
Well, I was told of two individuals like you, and I recognize you from the description of your clothing and your ages. They said the young man is pretty and carries himself like an attractive young woman. The young lady is short and has a darker complexion than her brother. You are the owners of the cottage I mentioned, right?
Yes. Since you ask, I hope it's not bragging to say yes we are.
Well, Orlando sends his regards to you both, and he sends this bloody handkerchief to the young man he calls his Rosalind. Is that you?
It is? What does this mean?
Well, I'm ashamed to tell the story because I am partly to blame. It's about my identity and how, why, and where this handkerchief was stained.
Oh, please tell us.
Well, when Orlando left you, he promised to be back within 2 hours. He was walking through the forest thinking of his love for Rosalind when this is what happened. He encountered a beggar with long hair and a long beard, asleep under an oak tree. A lioness was lurking in the brush nearby, waiting to see if the beggar was alive. As you know, a lioness will not attack an animal it thinks is dead. Orlando approached the sleeping beggar and discovered the man was his older brother.
Yes, I've heard Orlando talk about that brother, and he described him as inhumane.
I mean, he was right. I know how inhumane his brother was.
Get back to Orlando. Did he leave his brother there?
Orlando turned away twice and was about to leave him there. However, Orlando's kindness was stronger than his desire for revenge. His natural goodness was stronger than his need to give his brother what he deserved. He fought the lioness and defeated her. I woke from my miserable sleep to find Orlando standing over me.
Are you his brother?
It was you he rescued?
And you who was always trying to kill him when he was growing up?
That was me, but it's not me now. I am not ashamed of to tell you what I once was, since I am now happy to be converted.
So sweet.
Tell me about the handkerchief!
I'll get to that. Right there, we told each other our entire stories and cried in each other's arms. I told Orlando how I ended up in the forest, having been forced by Duke Frederick. He took me to the old Duke Senior in exile, who gave me fresh clothes and welcomed me. Orlando immediately took me to his own cave, and when he removed his shirt, there was a wound where the lioness had scratched him badly. It had been bleeding the whole entire time. Orlando fainted as he fell. He crawled out, "Rosalind!" I quickly bandaged his wound and tended to him. After a while, being a strong, brave man, he sent me to find you, even though I am a stranger to you. He wanted me to tell you the whole story and beg your forgiveness for breaking his promise. He wanted me to give you this bloody handkerchief soaked in his own blood. You, the young man he calls Rosalind?
Oh, Ganymede, pull yourself together.
Lots of people swoon when they see a lot of blood.
Oh, no. I think there's something more to this, I'm sure. Ganymede.
Okay, he's recovering a bit.
Sister, I want to go home.
Oh, we'll take you home. Sir, will you please help me? Take her arm, his arm.
Now, pull yourself together. You're a man? You don't seem to have a man's courage.
It's true, I confess. Some people might think that I was a good faker. But tell your brother all about how I put on such a good show for his benefit.
That was no show. You truly swooned.
I was faking, believe me.
Well, then be brave and at least pretend to be a man.
That is what I am doing. But honestly, I should have been a woman.
Oh, come on. You're getting paler by the minute. Sir, will you please take her arm, his arm, and help me home?
I will, and I will tell my brother how you forgave him. Rosalind.
Another era of affection begins.
Could you really admire her so much after just meeting her and fall in love with her after just seeing her? Do you need to marry her?
Don't question the foolishness of my haste. Just say it with me. I love Aliana. It's good for you, too. Once I am married, you will benefit because I will leave my father's house and all his property to you so I can live and work here in the Forest of Arden with Aliana.
Okay, if you're absolutely sure, I agree. You can get married whenever you want, as soon as you want. I'll invite the old Duke Senior and all his supporters. So go ahead and ask Aliana to agree.
Hello, brother.
Hello and farewell to you, young sister.
Another couple united.
Orlando, it is difficult to see you wearing your heart in a sling.
Actually, it's my arm.
I understand that your heart had been ruined by a lioness.
My heart has been ruined by a lady, not a lioness.
Did Oliver tell you how artfully I pretended to swoon when he showed me that bloody handkerchief?
He did, but he also told me other things were even more amazing.
Yes, I know. It is true. It was like two rams butting heads. And as quick as Julius Caesar's I came, I saw, I conquered. Imagine your brother and my sister had just met when they fell in love and built a staircase towards marriage. They had better climb those stairs quickly, as they're in the heat of passion. You can't keep the two of them apart.
They'll be married tomorrow. I'm inviting the old senior duke and all his followers to the ceremony. But tomorrow I will be miserable for my brother's happiness at getting what he wished for.
Well, can't I act as Rosalind for you tomorrow and make it better?
I can't go on pretending.
Let me be honest with you. You know, I think that you are a smart man. I really mean that. Believe me when I say I have special powers. You see, since I was a child, I had been under the tutelage of a very virtuous magician. If you love Rosalind as much as you say, you will marry her when your brother marries Aliena. I know where Rosalind is, and I will present her to you tomorrow.
Are you serious?
I swear on my own life. Put on your best clothes, tell all of your friends to come, because if you want to be married to Rosalind tomorrow, you will be. Now here is someone who loves me along with someone who loves her.
What guile does Rosalind plan? Young man, it was rude of you to show him the letter I wrote you.
I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm being mean towards you on purpose. This faithful man worships you. Why don't you pay attention to him and love him? He adores you.
Sylvius, tell this young man what it means to be in love.
It means being full of loving sighs and tears, like I am for Phoebe.
And like I am for Ganymede.
And like I am for Rosalind.
Like I am for no woman.
And it means being faithful and ready to serve, like I am for Phoebe.
And like I am for Ganymede.
And like I am for Rosalind.
And like I am for no woman.
It means being completely gone over someone, patient, devoted, maybe a little foolish, and somehow still coming back for more, like I am for Phoebe.
And I am for Ganymede.
And I am for Rosalind.
And like I am for no woman.
Okay, if you know all this is true, why do you blame me for loving you?
Why do you blame me for loving you?
And why do you blame me for loving you?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, I'm just saying it's a woman who's here and doesn't hear me. Rosalind.
Right. All right. Stop this nonsense. Sylvius, I'm going to help you if I can. If I could love you, Phoebe, I would. If I'm ever going to marry a woman, I will marry you. And I am getting married tomorrow. Orlando, if I should ever satisfy a man, it will be you. And you will get married tomorrow. And Sylvius, if the thing you desire and the thing that will make you happy is Phoebe, I will see that that happens for you, and you will get married tomorrow. And because of the love you two men have for your women, come back here tomorrow, and by the love I have for no woman, I will be here tomorrow. Everyone, here tomorrow. Goodbye for now. You know what to do.
And if I am breathing, I'll be here.
Me too.
Me too.
How will all the pieces fit together?
Let's see as our play comes to its end.
Can you see the remedy? Listen carefully, good ladies and gentlemen.
Orlando, do you really believe this young man can deliver as promised?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I'm afraid to hope, but I'm hopeful anyway.
Everyone, be patient while I go over the terms of my arrangements with all of you. Senior Duke, if I bring Rosalind here, you have promised to give her to Orlando in marriage, correct?
Correct.
Orlando, you promised to marry your Rosalind when I bring her here.
Absolutely.
Phoebe, you say you'll marry me if I am willing to marry you.
Yes, even if I die within an hour.
But if you decide not to marry me, you will marry Sylvius instead.
That's the bargain.
And Sylvius, you agree to marry Phoebe if and when she is willing.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have to think twice.
Okay. I have promised to make everything here right. Senior Duke, keep your promise to give away your daughter. Orlando, you keep your promise to marry his daughter. Phoebe, keep your promise to marry Sylvius if you choose to reject me. Sylvius, keep your promise to marry Phoebe when she refuses me. Elena and I are going to go to make all of these things happen.
It's amazing, but this young man reminds me of my own daughter.
That's why when I first saw him, I thought it was your daughter's brother.
Well, look here. Another pair of those strange creatures called fools.
Hello to everyone.
Are you headed here two by two seeking marriage?
Yes. And if anyone doubts this, let him put me on trial. But I warn you, I have danced at court, flattered ladies at court, I have been polite when necessary at court, and cunning when needed. I have quarreled and fought, well, almost got into a fight.
How was the quarrel settled?
We fought, but then realized we had reached the seventh cause.
What is the seventh cause?
Wow, I really like this guy.
Bless you, sir. I only want the same things all these other people want. I've come here to be married, like all these others. This pure woman isn't much to look at, but she's mine. I have the strange habit of taking things no one else wants.
You're right. He is witty and so full of wisdom.
My wit and wisdom are here one minute and gone the next, as with most fools.
Get back to the meaning of the seventh cause.
Oh, yes. Now, our argument went through 7 stages like this. I didn't like the way a particular man cut his beard. He sent me word that whether I liked it or not, he liked it. This is the courteous retort. If I repeat that his beard isn't cut well, and he responds that he isn't trying to please me, just himself, this is the modest quip. If I say again his beard is poorly cut, and he responds that my judgment is not good, they call this the sullen reply. If I say yet again that his beard is poorly cut, and he says that I'm not speaking truthfully, they call this the brave retort. If one more time I say it's not cut well, and he says I'm lying, then we call this the argumentative countercheck. and so on through the circumstantial lie and the direct lie.
How many times did you say his beard wasn't cut well?
Oh, I didn't dare take it past the circumstantial lie, and he didn't dare go past the direct lie. So we compared our swords and ended the fight. Simple.
Name the steps of that argument again.
Okay, please, pay attention to your resident fool. There are rule books for arguments, just like rule books for manners. The courteous retort, the modest quip, the sullen reply, the brave retort, the argumented countercheck, the circumstantial lie, and of course, the direct lie. I once heard an argument that 7 judges could not settle. The 2 men met on their own, and one said, "Well, if you said this and that, then I must have said such and such." They shook hands and parted on good terms. If is a powerful peacemaker and a very valuable word. Don't you agree?
He's remarkable. He's as smart as any man, but he's just a fool.
He uses his clownish behavior to disguise his deadly wit and wisdom.
She's bad.
Senior Duke, I present myself to you. I am your daughter, Rosalind. Orlando, I give myself to you as your wife.
Do my old eyes deceive me? It's my daughter, Rosalind.
Do my young eyes deceive me? You're my Rosalind.
Well, my eyes aren't deceiving me. I see clearly, young sir.
Senior Duke, if you are not my father, I will not have one. And Orlando, if you won't be my husband, I won't have one. And Phoebe, if you won't be my wife, I won't have one. But please listen and let me make myself very clear. There are 8 people here I will join in marriage, if this truth pleases you. Orlando, no hardship can part us now that we are together. Oliver and Celia, your hearts are now joined despite it being so quick to occur. And Phoebe, you must marry Silvius, because I do not think that you wish to marry a woman, and that means, Silvius, your dream has come true, and you will marry Phoebe. Touchstone and Audrey, you are bound to each other like bad weather to winter. But I even have more good news to share. News has reached my ears about the evil Senior Duke Frederick. Knowing so many good nobles and men had come to this Forest of Arden in support of my father, he raised an army and came here prepared for battle. But at the very edge of the forest, he ran into an old religious philosopher who shared his premonitions of defeat. And so upon hearing that, the old duke went and retreated. He has gone off to live out the rest of his days in a monastery, and he has restored everybody's lands and titles back to their original orders. I swear what I tell you is the truth. How do we feel about that?
Daughter, you bring an abundance of good news. Let's finish what we have started here. Forget our noble titles and enjoy the full and majesty of 4 brides and 4 grooms. Happiness abounds. Let us proceed. We'll begin the way we all hope it will end, with dancing.
It is true that a woman seldom delivers an epilogue, but it's no worse than a man delivering a prologue. It is true that you do not need good advertising to sell good wine, and by extension, you don't need a good epilogue to make a good play complete. However, they do use good advertising to sell good wine, and therefore this play is better by having a good epilogue. I am in a strange position here because not only do I not have a good epilogue, I am not sure that this was a good play. But I am not dressed as a beggar, so I will not beg. However, I will bewitch you. Ladies, in the name of the men that you love, take as much of this play as you can enjoy and enjoy it thoroughly. And men, in the name of the women that you love, I can tell by your faces, none of you exactly hate the women that you brought with you tonight. Men, please use this play as a toy for you and your women to share. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that if we were at the Globe in Shakespeare's time, I would not be a man. But I am now sure. I am sure that all of you, when I curtsy good night, will give all of them a very nice round of applause. And so with that, I say, good night, sweet ladies and sweet, sweet gentlemen.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now I'm going to ask all the actors to come down front, come out front. And thank you, Summer. And everybody have a seat. I know you've been sitting a long time. You probably want to get your legs going. Let's get everybody out here. Come on, everybody, don't dally. Now, we said at the beginning we're going to do a Q&A and for you to get your questions together or think of questions, and you can ask of any particular actor or in general, and they will respond. So, what would you like to know from these actors who have put the time and effort and energy into doing this Reader's Theater performance? What would you like to know? Nothing? Oh, awesome.
Sort of all of you, but maybe to Rosalind and Orlando. You know, you're up there acting. I mean, with or without a script, you probably been practicing weeks for this, so quite a while. So, would you say this is? I mean, it seems like you could just, step away from the mics and do like a real play or something like real acting. Is this more fun than doing?
Were you not entertained, Austin? We had a whole actual play.
And I don't mean, but it looks like
for Reader's Theater, Jeff and I would probably agree that you do need to be just as familiar with your script, almost off book, to do a full production, especially if you want to be able to play with the other
But it
players.
seemed like you were having more fun than if you were doing a folk play.
Oh, no.
Were you?
I always love to play with these people. So, yeah, it is a delight in whatever format.
Great. What else? What would you like to know? Come on, don't be shy.
Please ask a question.
This is your now we have a question from one of our alumni, Mr. Dominic. Dominic. Yes, Dominic.
This one's for Rosalind and Celia. How the hell did you switch back and forth so fast and so thoroughly? That was like watching a tennis match constantly with you two.
We worked on it.
We rehearsed.
It was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was actually really fun.
In addition to the scheduled rehearsals, we did take an extra one. We've also worked with each other before and almost very similar casting. And so I think since we've spent so much time, we have a natural banter that comes out when we play.
Excellent answer.
You know, interesting that, so Summer had this challenge of being a woman playing man, playing woman. And she, at the end, talked about if you were in Shakespeare's time, who would a male actor playing a woman, playing a man, playing a woman. So a lot of levels of
And one of the things that
abstraction.
Summer mentioned is the fact that is the value of an ensemble. An ensemble is a group of people who work together over time. And the more they work together, the easier it is to just relate to each other, to jump in, to fill the gaps. And so that helps when you are working with a group of people that you have worked with before, especially as many times as some of these actors have worked with each other. Right? So that is definitely a value here. Jim.
Maybe particularly to some of the newer people, I saw just a lot of great kind of character development and like it's clear that everybody worked on this really hard. So thanks for that. And then what was it like kind of finding these characters? Did anything change from the day one until this performance?
The new people are
New people. Jenny. Ellen. Okay, hello.
Okay, hello. So I feel that I have an accent advantage because I was to do evil Frederick, and it was quite easy to go into character with my accent. I also tried to use a little bit of patterns and added a few things as well. But I built on stereotypes. So character development, maybe more playful, but I wouldn't. It's still, I had a few laughs. So yeah.
I'm just lucky that I get to work with people that know what they're doing. Because they're very helpful, very, very helpful. They've really taught me a lot, so I'm just very lucky. This is my first readers theater. I didn't know what chorus would have a character, but towards somewhere along the play, we decided we were very gossipy girlfriends who maybe came here after a couple of drinks. We were gonna do popcorn too, but we tried a bunch of things like popcorn, bells, like whistling. Oh, yeah. We tried a whole bunch of things and decided that we should have taken over the play.
But I think the chorus really added as well.
Yeah. And I think you struck just right out of the ground on time.
It was more fun watching them, being in the choir, of course, it was like we were watching it too and just having fun with watching them. It was good.
We had an extra practice, just the chorus, which I think was good because it's a lot harder to do things in unison than it looks. So getting us, all up at the exact same time and saying the same line, it was just a lot of repetition. It helped. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the first time we've integrated a Greek chorus into a performance. Now, traditionally, a Greek chorus would be elevated at a higher level than the performers. And also traditionally, a Greek chorus would be in white, like white flowing robes, that kind of thing. But I didn't want to make that much of a differentiation. So we decided on stage placement and then the sort of levity or the humor that the chorus would bring, and to help the audience move along with the story. And I hope that that was something that you noticed or that you benefited from. Anything else? Yes, Ping.
So first of all, I take exception to Helen's claim of accents. A real Brit would say, accents? I don't have an accent. The rest of us do. You don't have an accent. I mean, suppose like we said it. So my question is more of a serious technical question, Carrie.
Oh, it's for me? Okay.
I found it as an audience member when the great actors, I really enjoy the show tremendously, especially when there's a lot of acting involved, whether it's off script or hands or eyes. So my question is that from this, where we all have the reader's theater, to off script, how much time do you think it would need for this, hypothetically, for the same group? Without a makeup or lighting, none of that, still here, except just no script in hands. Do you think, how much time do you think it would take to get to that stage? Or even if it's even worthwhile? Has anyone tried to do it that way?
If we had started with that mentality, I believe it would be potentially possible in 12 weeks.
12 extra weeks.
12 weeks total.
Total.
But at this point, I wouldn't say 4 more weeks we would be there. Okay, we were 10 weeks at 2 hours a week only. So if you talk to anyone who's been in a full production, Karen's done a number, Santa Clara University, I know Marianne, you've commented on this before. You're rehearsing 4-5 hours a night, every night for 8 weeks. So there's much more time investment. And so what's possible would depend on where you establish the beginning. So the actors would have been working on familiarizing themselves without a script in hand. It would take longer, in my opinion, more hours of rehearsal, and more time, right? But others may have an opinion. Karen?
I agree.
Yeah, it takes longer. But if you go to San Jose Broadway, or you go to Santa Clara University, or the community theaters, they've not been rehearsing 2 hours a week. They've been rehearsing 4 hours every night for 8 weeks. So the time has to be put in one place or the other. Yeah.
But also the expectation, because if you had that expectation, you would tell people that in the
Right.
beginning, and then they would have to adjust.
Right, they would have to adjust and put in the extra work and time. Correct. Yes, sir. In a movie. Actually, I have.
Funny you should mention that. There are subgroups within our larger group that do work on small independent films. And one of our films was just recently accepted at,
Indiewood.
thank you, Indiewood Film Festival in Hollywood. So if you're not doing anything mid-September, come down to LA for us and see us on the 16th, which is a Wednesday.
In this ensemble, we have writers. Summer is one. We have filmmakers. Jeff is one. We have actors in independent films. Okay, but if you're talking about Hollywood-made blockbuster kind of film, no.
I was in Matrix 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's right. You were. Yes, that's right.
But also, in seriousness,
The Indiewood Festival is outside and inside a Chinese Grauman's theatre. You know where they have the big stars with yeah. So that's actually where the film that Summer just mentioned is going to be premiering. And I will be there in the film for about 2 seconds, but I think that will be the only time in my life that I can say, oh, it premiered in Hollywood. So I will go.
And it is fun to see yourself, even in an independent film on a screen. You kind of feel big for a day. Well, one of the things that does happen in an ensemble, unfortunately, is that some people leave. We've lost several people who've moved away back to Europe, Colorado, different places, and we're losing another ensemble member. Bob DeForest is relocating to Lincoln, California, around Sacramento. So this will be his last performance with us. However, I'm sure he'll find a program or a group that he'll work with up there. So we want to thank Bob. Bob is a good example of where a person can start with no prior experience, scared out of their wits, and progress to a point of being comfortable in front of a group. So,
Can
Bob?
I say one thing about Bob?
Yes.
Bob told me that he's gonna find a program, and what are you gonna do if you can't find one?
I'm gonna start an improv.
He's gonna start
Hey!
with someone's help. You may not know it yet, but.
Then, final thing is Dominic has some presentations to make.
Whoa.
Go
Goodness,
some.
I do not, but
I do not.
as everyone up there knows, as I know too, being the first person or being new to readers theater to Shakespeare is a big ordeal. So Carrie and I had a few little congratulations.
Thank you all for coming. Again, let me remind you, if you happen to be interested in being on the marketing mailing list, please put your name and email on the worksheet in the back. My daughter has that at the table. I really appreciate my daughter and my granddaughter helping me out with the ticket table and my son-in-law. And everyone drive safely, have a good evening, and thank you for coming. Hopefully we'll see you again in December. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Yeah.